wasted life does not always look empty. Sometimes, it looks completely full. You replied to the messages. You showed up on time. You finished the work you were asked to do and moved on to the next task. By evening, the drink beside you had gone cold, and the light outside the window was beginning to fade. You had been busy all day. But had anything in your own life actually moved forward? Some days, there is no clear answer. You finished what needed to be done. You let no one down. Nothing obviously went wrong. And yet, the things that truly mattered to you received only whatever energy you had left. Busyness is not proof of progress. Getting through the day as planned is not the same as moving in the direction you want your life to go. The question is not how many things you completed. It is what received your best hours. The hours when your focus was still intact and your judgment was clear. Did you spend them on something you consciously chose? Or did you hand them over to whatever demands appeared in front of you? You cannot control every part of your schedule. There is work to do. There are promises to keep. Unexpected problems will arise. But you can decide where your best energy goes first. You can decide what new commitments to accept. And you can decide where to draw the line. You do not have to surrender those decisions. In this video, you will learn how to examine your time through 3 categories: duty, choice, inertia. Your day will be spent whether you direct it or not. That is why you must decide what deserves your best hours. The things that consume your time are not always major mistakes. A meeting that has outlived its purpose. Late-night messages you still answer simply because you have been answering them for so long. A commitment you accepted months ago whose purpose has since become unclear. Each one looks small, but every small yes claims part of a future day. Suppose you agree to attend a 1-hour meeting every week to solve a particular problem. At the time, it seems necessary. Eventually, the problem is solved. The plan changes. The original purpose disappears. Yet the meeting remains. 1 hour a week becomes roughly 50 hours a year. A single decision, never revisited, continues consuming 50 hours of your life year after year. Your calendar is not filled only with choices you made today. It is also filled with choices you made in the past and never examined again. And it is not only meetings, a role you accepted without much thought, a favor you continue because saying no feels uncomfortable, a routine that remains after its purpose has disappeared. There may have been a good reason when it began, but sometimes the reason ends while the commitment stays. This is what makes time so easy to lose. When money disappears, you can see the number change. When you lose an object, its absence is visible, but time leaves quietly. 1 hour, then another. Nothing dramatic happens. The future fills up before it even arrives. Seneca observed that people are diligent in protecting their property, yet astonishingly careless with their time. The problem is not that you once said yes. The question is whether that yes is still a choice you are making today. There is an important distinction to make. Protecting your time does not mean running from responsibility. The work that supports your livelihood has to be done. Promises carry weight, and when someone genuinely depends on you, Giving that person your time may be deeply worthwhile. Stoic freedom does not mean abandoning every duty. It means refusing to surrender your judgment while carrying the duties that are truly yours. If something is a real responsibility, fulfill it. If your decision has placed a burden on someone else, take responsibility for it. But something does not become a duty simply because it has continued for a long time. You do it every week. You have always been the one who handles it. Changing it now would feel awkward. Saying no would be uncomfortable. Explaining yourself would take effort. When reasons like these pile up, we begin to call the situation unavoidable. But unavoidable is not the same as necessary. Inertia can wear the face of duty, and the more something looks like duty, the less likely we are to question it. So ask what would actually happen if you stopped. Would stopping cause real harm to someone who reasonably depends on you? Would it mean breaking a promise or abandoning a responsibility that is truly yours? If the answer is yes, it may be a duty. If not, it may simply be something that has continued for a long time. There are seasons of life when freedom is limited. Work may demand more from you. Your family may genuinely need you. You may have very little time that is fully your own. The point is not to pretend that you have unlimited freedom. The point is to avoid losing sight of the part you can still choose. Even one consciously chosen hour matters. Repeated often enough, that hour begins to shape the direction of your life. Within the next 24 hours, choose one recurring demand on your time. A meeting, a task, a standing commitment, a routine whose purpose is no longer clear. Choose one. Write it down. Then determine whether it belongs to one of three categories: duty, choice, inertia. Duty is a responsibility that should be fulfilled. The work that protects your livelihood. A promise you made. Responsibility towards someone who genuinely depends on you. A problem created by your own decision that you now need to address. If it is a duty, fulfill the responsibility. But fulfilling the duty does not always require keeping the current method. Could the time be shortened? Could the work be shared? Could there be a better way to handle it? Honor the duty. Examine the method. The second category is choice. Some things are not obligations, but you still consciously want them in your life. Meaningful work. Time with someone you care about. Something you want to learn. An activity connected to the life you are trying to build. If you understand the cost and still believe it is worth keeping, continue deliberately. Do not continue from inertia. Continue because you choose it. The final category is inertia. Inertia is what continues not because it is necessary or chosen, but simply because it has continued before. It is not a duty. It is not something your present self would freely choose. You avoided the discomfort of saying no. Changing it felt awkward. No one stopped to reconsider it. If it is inertia, change it. If it serves no purpose, remove it. If part of it still matters, reduce it. If another person is involved, renegotiate it. The rule is simple. If it is duty, fulfill it. If it is choice, continue deliberately. If it is inertia, change it. You do not need to examine your entire life today. Choose one thing. Determine whether it is duty, choice, or inertia. Then act on what you find. Your time will be spent whether you direct it or not. So decide where it goes. And when the day ends, be able to say, "At least one part of today was mine, and I chose how to use it."
Cut and lock.